program to you, and this is why it's affecting my work performance. Your boss says, well, thank you for reporting that you're fired because you reported and exposed this governmental program. Then you might have some kind of whistleblower claim. But the other problem is, in order for us to get in there, that has to have to do with a government contract that you're working on or a government grant that you're working
Right.
on. I'm not hearing it.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing here. I think that there's a government contract to this immunity, to the illegal spying that I cannot discover. And I've tried to go to courts and I cannot discover it. They have used me as an illegal experimentation by a contract while I was in the Navy, and I cannot discover this. I can't. I've submitted. I've submitted discovery at one point in time, and after I discovered, tried to discover contracts and blueprints, it was shut down. So I mean, if the government knows that I'm after this program, that I'm after the spying, they're going to try their hardest to shut it down if they've invested their money, if they've invested stockbrokers into the program, because they're invested in the legal spying and tracking and torturing of Americans. So you're not going to get a chance to look at the contracts that they don't allow due process in the courts. That's my problem here. The problem is that I'm trying to get into the courtroom to discover this, and I'm not allowed to. That's the problem I'm having.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to think of the way that we would be able to help you. And it's not that, it's just that with our limited scope of what we do at this law firm, which is just employment law cases, I don't think that there's anything that we're able to do within what we normally do.
Okay.
What I would actually recommend is, I don't know, am I the only lawyer you've talked to? Have you talked to
Well,
anyone else?
I'll tell you what. I called Johnny Cochran firm.
Oh, sure.
I called his firm and I was denied right before I got to the U.S. Supreme Court because I wanted him to take the case to the U.S. Supreme Court. And right before I filed my brief, I said, "Sir, I think I need you to take control of this so you can get in there." And he sent me a letter. He goes, "No, we're going to deny this. We can't help you." I don't know if it was conflict of interest or something, but I was denied by his office, the Cochran firm.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think what you need to do is contact a whistleblower attorney. And I don't really know of any off the top of my head that do it outside of the employment law context. But I don't think, just based on what you told me and sort of the scope of this program and how you would actually get after it, in order to have your sort of best chance at revealing it, would be to look up whistleblower attorneys. So, people you might look into. Let's see, let me ask you this. How was the CIA MK Ultra program discovered?
It was discovered to the Frank Church Committee back in 1975. They had a committee after they submitted complaints. Several complaints were filed with the Select Committee, and they went in there and hired some investigators to go and investigate the CIA and FBI, and they found them guilty of doing this. And it was supposed to stop, and they didn't stop the program, and it continued on. And now it's more sophisticated, so because we have these Gwyn towers now that are tracking your phone and tracking your computer to put you through these programs that you don't want to be in.
Yeah.
So I'm just concerned, not for myself, but for the American people, and I'm doing this not for myself, but for the American people. And I think it's unusual. This is an unusual case. It's out of the ordinary. It deals with the Espionage Act of 1917, and I try to tell the people that they're illegally spying on me since I was in the military, and they're tracking and torturing me even after the fact. It's still not good enough for the U.S. Supreme Court, and it's not good enough for federal officials. But yet, behind all this, you have these federal whistleblowers that are blowing the whistle on all this garbage, and all they're doing is getting paid millions of dollars to sit back home, and write books and tell their stories. But Americans are being tortured and harmed. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think I should do? I have psychiatrists that are kind of helping me out. Maintain my mental stability, but still, I have no defense against these weapons and people that are using it against us, and it's cruel and unusual. and it's just causing duress among me and coercion. Where I'm constantly reporting this on the social media to the CIA and the FBI, that I'm being harmed and tortured, and if they would please stop this, because it's unusual. There's no defense to this.
Yeah. Um, hmm. I think I'm having trouble like this. Uh, this appeals to me in this sort of uncovering this government program that's hurting people, that is doing really bad stuff. But the problem is, I work for a law firm that has very limited scope of practice. I'm not hearing anything that I can really do for you, or do with your facts that will allow me to help you out.
Sure.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Hold on. This is going to look suspicious, but it's just I ordered food. I need to message mine.
Yeah, I just feel that I'm in clothes that I have nowhere to go, and that I'm only actually I live my life. I feel like I'm living my life like I'm in a boxed area or in a bowl in a fish bowl, where I'm in this bubble of of being observed and being manipulated like a puppet, and anything I do or think, and it's funny because I've been analyzing this for 25 years, and I've changed my status, my behavior. I used to listen to country music and stuff, and when I listen to country music, they continue to they don't like that. These people that are puppeteering me don't like country music, and so they continue to prick me 7 days a week. And said, okay, maybe if I change my appearance a little bit. So I got out of my habits and ways and changed my appearance, changed my music, changed my clothes, because I drove a Harley Davidson for a long time. And even that was dangerous. I mean, driving a motorcycle going down the highway and being tortured in your chest or vibrating your motorcycle, it scared the hell out of me. I got off and I sold the damn thing. And so I try to put the government through these programs, and I can see what they were doing. And it does happen to people. We're being tortured in our cars, on our motorcycles, on our bicycles, and when we live in it, it happens constantly, sir. And I'm putting them through the program of how they're spying and illegally stalking and preying on people with this program.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing here is to find a whistleblower attorney. And I wish I knew somebody who practiced in this kind of area outside of employment law, but I just don't. I would suggest, looking up stuff online or even calling the State Bar of Texas and asking, because I think they have a free referral service. And you can ask, I need an attorney for whistleblowers, um, or something like that. You might even look up famous whistleblowers and see who represented them. I'll bet you could find attorneys that represented, say, the guy that revealed the Pentagon Papers, or contact even people who were involved in the, the Congressional Committee that uncovered MK Ultra, and try talking to them, because I think they might be in a better position to handle what you really want to get out of this.
Sure.
Like I said, I would only be able to go after the employment law aspect, and I can tell you right now, just having gone up against the government over and over again, that is going to be very unsatisfying to you, because they will fight tooth and nail. They will have qualified immunity, governmental immunity, sovereign immunity, statute of limitations issues, cause of action issues, and I think it will ultimately be unsuccessful.
But
as you have been in the past. And so I think the best way to sort of address that would be to find a whistleblower attorney or somebody who has gone through a similar sort of exposing of a governmental program process before, who can help you and guide you through that. Whereas I'm just not able to, and my firm isn't able to.
Okay. Okay. Well, I
I
mean,
really wish I had better advice. I mean, this seems like a really important issue that needs to be brought out. I think the fact that the CIA has done this in the past, the fact that we hear about these sorts of experiments all the time, makes us particularly unsettling that it's continuing to happen now, despite this idea of like increased transparency that we're supposed to have.
okay. Yeah, I just, like I said, this is unusual. Like I said, I've been to every, and I've utilized my congressional leaders that are supposed to represent me. I've went to federal officials, I went to the federal courts, Fifth Circuit Court of Appeal, the U.S. Supreme Court, and nobody wants to deal with this. But at some point in time, they're going to have to do this. They're going to have to create it. They're going to have to do this sooner or later. It's going to have to come to a stop. So, well, I mean, the only thing I can do is just move on and press on. That's all I can do. Like I said, we're defenseless in our own lives here. And we're being puppeteered and coerced to act other than normal. To commit duress in a sense, and it's just a nuisance. It's scary in a sense, but okay. Well, what was your name, sir? I'm sorry.
I wish I could help
I'm
you
sorry.
out more. I wish I had more advice or more
Okay.
of a direction.
No, I understand, sir. I understand. That's. I mean, all you can do is give it your best shot. That's all you can do. So. What was your name, sir? I didn't get your name.
My name is Colin Walsh.
Colin Walsh. Okay, Mr. Walsh. I already know if you're Mr. Wiley or Mr. Walsh.
Nope, I'm the Walsh part.
Okay. Okay, sir. Well, I thank you very much for your time. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
And I'll look forward to seeing this exposed soon.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, there you are. That was an attorney from Texas, asking him to investigate all this, to stop the illegal spying and torturing on me that they're reading my mind and broadcasting my mind, but it doesn't get done. When is it going to stop? It's crazy, man. It's crazy, and nobody wants to take the case because they're scared of the goddamn government. Why be scared of the government? There have been federal lawsuits filed against the government for several fucking years, man. What the fuck, man? Thank you, and God bless America. That's $275 down the drain right there. Nobody wants to take the case, but everybody's being fucked. They're being killed and being tortured. Why?